Alright, so here I am on Ghosts, a rare sight these days from a lot of YouTubers, but every so often I play Ghosts for a little while and I actually have fun, and here's how I did it today. I ran around with the LMG, the Amelie I believe it's called, or Amelie or whatever it may be. I ended up going 43-10 in a game of domination, but I will go ahead and say against a bunch of no-thumb-having motherfuckers. So I've been running around with different guns and perks and things like that so that I can try to keep a little bit of fun in the game, keep it alive for a little bit longer, because I don't find a lot of motivation to play, as you'll hear a lot of people say these days about Ghosts, but I find a little bit of time every so often to try something new, and I tend to do alright for a while, as long as I keep it in short doses, of course. Now, I got a few things I want to talk about today, so let's go ahead and get into it, because I only have about 5 minutes to fit all this in. Actually, about 4 now, because I've been running my jaws for a little bit. If you'll take a look, there are 2 links in my description. One is to a channel by a guy named Stain on Mars, or Mr. Mars, as you may know him. Go check that guy out. The reason I mention that is that he is starting a new community channel, and he's trying to get some people to push the name out there so that he can get some exposure for it. Oh, and watch me run this A10 strafe or whatever it is, the chem on this map, and I'm terrible with it. I have no idea how to use this stupid thing. And Mr. Mars is trying to get this community channel started, so right now, last I looked, which was just yesterday, it only has the intro video and not much else. So go check it out, show him a little bit of love, and let's see if we can get that going for him. Alright, at least get it started. So that's out of the way. Talked about that. Next thing up, I do want to do a Q&A video with you guys. Some of you I know may have interest in, hey, what does Azazel do with his spare time besides play video games and sit behind a microphone to try to entertain a bunch of strangers? Well, feel free to ask that. You may do one of 2 things. There will be another link in the description that will go to an Ask FM profile. It's mine. You may ask me there, or you can ask me straight through the comments, which is perfectly fine. Now, if you ask me a question in the comments, I may respond saying thank you for the question, but I won't respond to the question in the comments. I'll save it for the video. Alright? So if you guys could do that for me, I would appreciate it. I think it'll be kind of interesting. You know, I've been around for a little while now, and I know some people have been around, maybe got some questions for me. Figured I should approach it. And last but not least, I have a couple of minutes to talk about something else. And it was something that happened not too long ago. Now, I live in Louisville, Kentucky, which is very, very close to southern Indiana, which is where I used to live before moving here. It's like 10 minutes away, right? And in the town where I was living prior to Louisville, there is now a bar opening up. It's actually been like 3 different things, but it's now going to be a gay bar, and it's going to be the first gay bar in that area. So, of course, when I saw someone on my Facebook, a friend of mine, post a link to the news story, or it was actually a blog post, I checked it out. And I knew, once I looked at it, it's like, man, there's going to be some stupid comments in this thing. I know there's going to be some stupid comments. And I look at the comments. And the first comment is from a guy who says, I can't believe this is going on in my hometown. It's being taken over. This is sad, sad, sad. Some shit like that. Then I look and I see that he's black. And that bothered me a whole lot, because he is, of course, a minority race that has been discriminated against for hundreds of years. And he has the fucking nerve to discriminate against another minority. And that, to me, is just being a shitty human being. So I got pissed. And then I went and looked at the guy's Facebook page, because he was local, so I looked him up. And he's also Muslim. Converted Muslim. Not born Muslim, converted. So I was like, oh good, he's 2 minorities, and one of those minorities is the most hated minority in the United States. And he decided to hate on the gay community. And I feel that if you are of a minority, that you should be the first fucking person in line to stand up for equal rights for everyone else. Now, some people say, oh, well, they shouldn't have to advertise that it's a gay bar, blah, blah, blah. Well, in southern Indiana, yes, they should, because gay people can't go to every single bar, because there might be violence, there could just be being picked on, messed with, all that stuff. It's just sad that we have to segregate ourselves to be safe in some ways, and it pisses me off that someone could go so far as to actually discriminate against another minority because they're ignorant and bigoted. and it is pathetic. People are better than that. You guys are better than that. Let me know your thoughts in the down in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. It's been Azazel.